AITA for not telling my son that his brother passed. In foe, my youngest slept with his brother's wife after my oldest found out he and his wife got a divorce. And my youngest married her a year later. My 5'6" oldest son had cancer and passed away 3 weeks ago. Over the months leading up to his death, my youngest son, his wife had been trying to reconcile with my oldest, but he always made it known that he wanted nothing to do with her. He specifically told me that they were unforgiven, and he wouldn't forgive them just to ease their guilt. When I kept bringing up the idea of reconciling, he used to get mad at me, so I stopped trying. I just kept telling my youngest and his wife that they had to accept that he wanted nothing to do with them, and they needed to move on. My oldest passed, I did not tell my youngest or his wife to honor his wishes. He always made it clear that they didn't deserve to mourn him in life, and didn't deserve to mourn him in death. Either about a week ago, my youngest saw his brother's obituary and called me screaming for not telling him that his brother had passed. He told me that I denied him the opportunity to make things right, and that I should have told him. I told him that it would be disrespectful for him to even come in the first place, as his brother wouldn't have wanted him there, and that he and his wife denied themselves from attending. He hung up on me and blocked my number. My wife told me that she feels guilty for not telling him, and that we should have given him the opportunity to say goodbye to his brother. I told her that I would just find it disrespectful of us to do so, as he made it clear that he didn't want them to come. She told me that she understands, but she's upset that our youngest is mad at us, and that we should just try to put every fear behind us to heal. I told her that what our youngest did was unforgivable, and I was not gonna allow him to disrespect his brother in life and in death as well. My wife has been crying constantly because our son blocked us, and she started blaming me as well. I'm hurt, but I don't regret what I did, or even see what I did wrong. I feel like my youngest should just take accountability of his actions instead of blame everyone else. I'm an asshole for announcing our pregnancy at my brother's wedding after he proposed at mine. My brother said he was going to propose at my wedding. I told him no, that it was a day about myself and my wife, and we did not want any distractions. My mom lost her shit. She said that he wanted family he might not see again for a while to be a part of the proposal. I said I did not give a shit, and that if he did it, I would have him kicked out. He did it, and my mom said if I tried kicking him out, she would leave too. I just remember seething inside. My brother got married last weekend. Instead of a welcome to the family toast, I used the time to announce that we were expecting our first baby. My mom was upset, but my grandmother told her to sit down and shut up. We spent most of the reception talking to family we would not see again for a while about our coming baby. My mom says I was an asshole for taking a text message away from my brother on his wedding day. She got really mad when I reminded her that she threatened to leave my wedding. If I kicked him out after he proposed, I have the screen cap of the text messages.
现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是《速度与激情》就比冰淇淋《速度与激情》速度。
I'm the asshole for robbing my wife's affair partner, which has now lead to his divorce. I too have been married to my soon-to-be ex-wife, Dirty Madison, for 4 years. We are currently in counseling, but it is not gonna work. About a year ago, I found out she was having an affair by coming home to their clothes in our living room. And sounds coming from my bedroom. I lost it. I was getting my cricket bat out of the front closet when I stopped to think about consequences. I did not want to go to jail. Instead, I took all the clothes and left quietly. I went to a friend's house, but not before throwing all the clothes in a McDonald's garbage can. I turned off my phone and got shit-faced with my buddy. His wife hosed us off in the morning. After I turned my phone back on, I had dozens of calls and texts from Madison. First scared because she got my updated flight information that I hadn't called her. Another note, I was gonna be coming home early, then freaked out that the house had been broken into. Then crazy because she figured out it was me. They just got more deranged. The guy she was with is 5 inches shorter than me, about 60 pounds lighter. So if he had taken my clothes, it would be obvious. He ended up calling his friend to go get his spare keys from his house. Unfortunately for him, his wife smelled a rat and followed his friend back to my house, where she saw him leaving it over 6. Long story short, she took pictures and she had evidence of his infidelity, which caused their prenup to be canceled, which cost him a lot of money. It is all one big giant shit show. It took a couple of months for my wife convinced me to try to forgive her. We started going to counseling and we were working our way through it, till recently in a counseling session she said that I was wrong to steal his wallet, phone, and car keys. She said that his divorce is costing him a lot of money, that I should have dealt with it in a more mature manner, and that it was my fault. I have never admitted to taking his stuff to begin with. I was afraid I'd call the cops, and I didn't want to give her ammunition in case she wanted a divorce. Now I just don't care. That was the reason her boyfriend is getting divorced, and that I hope his ex takes everything. I'm still not living at home. I have my own apartment, and I'm filing for divorce. Now that I know how she feels, it is kind of a slap in the face that she's blaming me for his divorce. Am I asshole for telling my pregnant 19-year-old daughter she needs to move out ASAP? My daughter Rose, 19, was always a smart girl. She did well in school and got a full ride to a great school that is locally. She's been living with me and going to school and is doing well in school. She got this new boyfriend a few months ago, who I don't like. I can smell the bullshit, he constantly lets her down.
but covers it up with a big smile and grand promises. Despite my warnings, they're still dating, and now she's pregnant. I offered to pay for the abortion and take a few days off work to take her and help her recover. She said no, she's going to marry her boyfriend, and then there'll be one big happy family. He wants to move into my house, and she'll drop out of school while he works to support them. He's a bartender, doesn't go to college. I laughed at this idea, which made her mad. She told me that since he can't move in, I'll need to step up and help with the baby more. Y'all, she has always been a very sensible child. I don't know where this all has came from. I flat out told her that if she thinks she's grown enough to have and raise a child, get married, then she needs to move out soon. Manage being an adult with the child's father. I raised the one child I wanted. I do not want any more children living in my home. I told her I'd pay for diapers here and there, and I'd still visit her. But this baby is hers and my responsibility. If she chooses adoption, which I'm pretty sure she would, and I'd be willing to help her navigate that. She won't talk to me, my husband's just staying out of this, but thinks I could help more. I told him he's welcome to go over and babysit for her. That's shutting up low. Hey, am I the asshole here?
Будь здоров.
Спасибо, Господи!
AITA for having a kid. And my ex-wife is going through menopause. My ex-wife and I, 43, are in the process of divorce. We have 2 kids in high school. She started to hate me during our last year of my marriage, along with mood swings and just being shitty. Only thing I could think of at that time was that she's being hormonal. She didn't like when I told her she's being hormonal. She would get defensive. I told her to see a doctor, she refused. I don't think she would have listened to me. I gave her ultimatum to go to therapy and go see a doctor. But we are done. She asked for divorce, I didn't argue. I told her fine if that's what she wants. She told me I am a mediocre husband, and she's better off alone. That actually definitely defines me. I'm a mediocre husband. I'm not very good looking. I'm not a miller, I never cheated. So I guess I'm not a bad husband, just mediocre. She filed the petition for divorce. A few months later she suddenly withdrew it and told me that she's having second thoughts. I filed the petition myself because I met a woman so it's nice to me, which came as a shock to my system. I couldn't have gone back to my ex-wife. After that, turns out my ex-wife's sister convinced her to see a doctor as she discussed about her periods irregularities with her. She was going through perimenopause and she just started HRT. Started dragging the process, so we have been going through divorce for like forever. My girlfriend found out she is pregnant. I told her that I am a mediocre dude, that's why my ex left me. She told me that she is also a mediocre woman, and she wants to raise a mediocre kid with me, and live in a mediocre house, and live a mediocre life. is now my fiancée and wife. As soon as I get divorced, I thought news of her pregnancy will make my undid. She went crazy about it. She is now claiming I abandoned her when she needed me the most. That I am a bad person for having a kid when she is going through menopause. She left me first.